Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you are in mute. माताजी आप म्यूट में है माताजी।
माताजी are you in mute?
Yes. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा माताजी।
हरे कृष्णा माताजी।
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna,
Welcome you
Mataji.
all for this session of reading Bhagavad Gita. First of all, I am sorry that yesterday I could not take the session because I was traveling. So I came late, I reached here by 8:39, so I could not do it. So, but I also see if Friday attendance are less and Saturday, Sunday attendance is more. Is that, Lata, did you also notice this?
Yes, Mataji. Saturday attendance is better. Sunday we don't know.
Yeah, Saturday is good. Okay. So anyway, so we will continue with our chapter 3. There are some questions also. So we will try to, if you all have also question, please keep your question ready. After the session, we will get into the question answer also. Today, tomorrow, we will just do this chapter. Only few shlokas are left. So we will try to complete the chapter as well as take some question answer session also. So all this, because this is one of the very important chapter. Karma Yoga begins from this chapter. 3rd, 4th, 5th, all 3 will be teaching about how to perform the karma, how to perform the duty. So this will continue in another 2 chapters. So we should be having clear understanding in this chapter so that 4th, 5th you can understand more nicely. Okay. So we will begin with the prayer. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamlam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shicha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghurathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamshacha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jaypadaka Swamin Iti Namine Nama Acharya Padaya Nitaye Kripa Pradayane Gaura Katha Dhamadaya Nagara Gramatarine Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripataham Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om. Hare Krishna. Pragya, are you there in the class? Is Pragya there? or yes, she's there. Pragya, Devi Prabhu, you or Pragya, can you post in your, or Nana, someone can post in your group also about the class link?
Okay, Mataji. Okay, Mataji. I'm telling to Prabhu, he will say this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do it, Mataji.
Yeah. So we were doing the Arjuna's question. If you remember, Arjuna had asked, should I do the duty or should I leave the duty, because he was confused. And what was his confusion? That when I attain the knowledge, when I know that I am not the body, I am a spirit soul. And then I want to live in the consciousness of the spirit soul. And spirit soul have no material dharma. Spirit soul has dharma of spiritual life. So then how does it match? If you remember, I had showed you the slide. So dharma and dharma of the body and dharma of the soul. So a person who does not know the dharma of the soul, he is always engaged in the dharma of the body only. He does all the activity to maintain the body. His activities and consciousness is always to only be taking care of the body. But the person who knows about, Arjuna said, I know you have given me the knowledge. I know that I am not the body. So why should you are engaging me in the bodily activities? I don't want to do it, because you tell it this is binding. This is inferior work. So why I want to be in like infecting myself with the inferior work? So this was Arjuna's question. Because, and why he asked this question was because he was confused. He thought devotional service or doing duty for the soul means there is no duty for the body. I should completely give up the duty of the body to do the duty of the soul. So this was his confusion. Then Krishna, if you remember, Krishna said, no, duty of the body is important. But till the time you are completely purified, you should not give up the duty of the body. And then how do you perform? Yagyarthat karmano anyatra. He had said many things. I'm just giving the conclusion. He said, then you should perform all the duty as a yagya. Yagyarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. So you perform your duty for the as a yagya. Why the yagya is important? Because then Krishna talks about I have created the demigod, I have created you, and you need the material enjoyment, and all those things is provided by different demigod. To make an agreement between you and demigod, you do service to them, like you perform some yagya, and in return they will perform you the material, all the material opulence. If you all remember, I had shown you one slide of that. Yes, this is the cycle of karma. So how do we perform the yagya? Where the knowledge will come? How do we know what is yagya? So Supreme Lord Krishna himself has given the Vedas to Brahmaji, and in the Vedas all the yagya is mentioned. So following the Vedas you perform the yagya, and yagya say God, demigod will be pleased, Indra will be pleased, he will give us in terms rain. With the rain we will cultivate the food grain. With the food grain we make the food items, and those food items we offer it to the Lord. So this is how the cycle is complete. We are keeping Vedas in the center, we are keeping Krishna in the center, we are keeping the demigod in the center, and performing the duty. So this is what been taught. We have to do the duty as a sacrifice. Sacrifice means there are two types of sacrifice. In one sacrifice we give up everything, and one sacrifice is there, we at least some portion of it we should give. So right now Krishna was teaching, okay, you some portion of your duties should be as a yagya. Then your karma is purified. If you do not do as a yagya, what happens? Then if you remember, I had told you about the karma and vikarma. Somewhere in the slide was karma, vikarma. So if we do not follow the Shastra, and we perform the activity on our own whims, on our own desire to enjoy the senses only, without following the scripture, that is called vikarma. Vikarma means it gives the sinful reaction. There, if we follow the Shastra and perform the duty for some result, I want to do this to get something, that is called sakama karma. Sakama karma means, kama means desire, sa means with the desire. We do the activity with some desire as a result. I want to attain this. I want a good husband. So I go to the worship Lord Shiva. Or I want lot of Lakshmi. So I worship Lakshmi. So I have a desire. To fulfill the desire, I do not go and steal. I go and worship Lakshmi Devi. You please be merciful and give me some more Lakshmi. So Lakshmi Devi, if she is pleased with my action and she thinks that I am capable to handle, she will give it. So this is a Vedic way to do it. So he said, you worship the Devi God and do. And then he said, those who do not do all this and they just do for their essence, they are called as thief. Those who do not perform the sacrifice or want to enjoy the senses just by their own action. I want to enjoy all the result. And even though if it is karma, we do not think about it. I just do the duty. That is all sinful. And then Krishna says, in all the karma, the tongue has to be, all the senses, the tongue is very voracious. So you start purifying yourself by using your tongue. And you, whatever you are cooking, it should be like a yagya, yagya shishta shina santo. Means shishta, which like our shishtal, whatever, when you cook the food and offer to the Supreme Lord, whatever remnant is there, that we should, like that we should enjoy. If we do not do, if we just make the food for ourselves, for our own enjoyment, Krishna says, Bhunjate tve agham papa. Yes, pachanti atma karana. Atma karana means they who through the food they enjoy, try to enjoy their own senses without giving it to the Lord. Every activity we have to involve like this system. Give some portion, some part. That is at least Vedic. So you should do it. So this is what Krishna taught. And then Arjuna asked about the, okay, when I am purified, then why should I purify? Krishna said, even though you are purified, you have to do the duty to set an example. And then he gave the example of Janak Maharaj. Janak Maharaj was very detached. He had no attraction. He had no desire, but still he was doing. And Krishna gives his own example also. I also perform the duty to maintain the people, to become an ideal, because whatever the great people do, common men follow. Yadyadacharati shrestha tattad devetarujano. So if I don't set a good example in society, and that time we had discussed we are all leaders somewhere or the other, at home, at society, in the people, in the family. Whatever we do, people try to follow it. If we are in some position, there are some people, those who look up to us. So they try to follow us, especially our family, children, all those. So we have to set an example by doing the right duty. So Krishna repeatedly said ki before purification of your heart, don't give up your duty. Otherwise, this will create a problem. You have to perform the duty till the time your consciousness is not purified. In the complete purified state, which is very difficult to attain in this material body, like I'm completely detached, only you can give up the activity and just completely be engaged in your dharma of the soul. Till the time, so what we need to do is, as a practical application, we have to do our duty very sincerely. Simultaneously, we should give some importance to this part also. So we have 24 hours. Krishna says at least 10% you give me. 10%. So 24 hours ka 10% is how much? 2.4 hours. So 1 hour, 45 minutes we should give for chanting. Half an hour we should do, we have the altar at home, and we should at least offer the flower, offer the incense, diya to the temple morning, evening. And then whatever we are cooking at home, we should offer it. So these are the things we should, as a basic thing we should do. So right now we are not giving 1.5 hours for chanting, at least some time for chanting and doing all those things. Some part of our time should be given as an offering. That becomes yajna. Anything when we share with the Lord, it becomes yajna. So we have to do it as a yajna. So then Krishna says he has no reason to perform, but he works to set an example. So we have to keep doing everything. Krishna consciousness, devotional service, nishkam karma, all these does not teach us to give up the karma. It teaches us how to perform the karma with a purified heart and mind, which does not bind us. In this you will see repeatedly in the Shastra. Nishkam karma is repeatedly spoken in the Shastra, everywhere in the Bhagavad Gita, various places, and in the Bhagavatam also. It has been repeated. So this is what So then Krishna asked, then what do we do? As in this, then Krishna, I think we have to start from text 30 today. So So Krishna is now teaching him how to perform. So what I told right now, 1 second. Hare Krishna. So, for performing the bhakti, Krishna, when he says when you do it as a sacrifice, so what sacrifice we have to do? We get confused. I do also, I do this, I do that, I offer that. Krishna is trying to teach. Do your duty depending upon me. Mai sarvani karmani sanyas adhyatma chetasa nirashira nirmamo bhutva yuddhasva vigatachvara. So Krishna says, "Oh Arjuna, surrendering all your work unto me with full knowledge of me. Once you understand that who am I, what is my relationship with you, and with that you do the karma for me without desire for profit and loss. Don't think about any profit and loss in doing your duty. Do your duty as a matter of duty, as in I have to been given some service and I have to perform without any attachment, with no claims of proprietorship. What is the proprietorship? Neither we are the doer, nor we can claim some specific result. This is because whenever any activity happens, I am the one person who is doing the work. The Krishna is who is sanctioning my work, and Prakriti is there. Prakriti means that material nature who is facilitating. Like Arjuna is trying to kill. Arjuna thought, I am doing the work now. I am killing. We think all we are doing. But what if Arjuna tries to leave the arrow, and if there is a strong wind, and direction of the arrow will change? Or what happens if the person changes his movement? This is all controlled by Prakriti. So all our actions are controlled by the Prakriti. I want to have an exam tomorrow morning. I have prepared very nicely. What if I fall sick in the night? What in the morning I get some unfavorable situation I can't give. So these are the Prakriti also has an effect of our activity. I am not alone. I am not independent alone for doing anything, because otherwise I will do whatever I can, and then I'll become God. The person who can do whatever he wants at all the time, he becomes God. God is the only independent. Surat. He is only independent. We are all not independent. We are controlled by the God and Prakriti. So even though so what is there in our hand? Our hand is to do your duty. What Krishna teaches us, you have right to perform. Karmanye eva adhikaraste. You have a right to perform it. Karma ma phaleshu kadachan. Don't depend on the result. Don't depend on not doing duty. Don't depend on just perform your duty. So this, in three things, this is the part which we are responsible for. So how we have to perform the duty? Very sincerely. Whatever effort we are doing, we have to do it very, very sincerely. We have to give our 100%. Even if you give your 100% to any work, this is only 33%. Still 66 has to be favorable to get me the result. Right? If the other 66 is not favorable, we will not get the result. So all three has to be favorable. Why will Krishna become favorable? Why will Krishna give me something and Krishna will not give something? Sometime he will give me and sometime he will not give me. The same effort I am making, sometime he will give me and sometime he will not give me the result. This is also, there are two things to this. There's one thing about our karma, our karma. Whatever we have done, accordingly he sanctions. Whatever we have done in previous life, karma phala, whatever karma phala is there, according he sanctions. Second thing is there, when he sees very sincere dedication and determination and honesty in us, sometimes he gives an extra mercy. He very sincere, very honest, and he is following my path. Then, because Krishna's will is there, when we follow the path of Krishna and we sincerely do our duty, then he makes the Prakriti favorable for us. So we think that I am the only doer. That is a wrong concept. We have to do and depend on the Lord for everything. Because unless he is sanctioned, we cannot get any result. And he will be sanctioned when we follow his path. If we do vikarma, why will he sanction? And even he has to sanction, then he will sanction to get us the sinful reaction. Okay, so we have to, even to get the good result, we have to be having these two things also should be favorable to us. So there Krishna says, working for the Lord. So here again, how do we work for the Lord? Thinking that this action of mine is going to please the Lord. I am, as his servant, doing my duty very sincerely to please him. What is Krishna pleases with? Krishna is pleases with my sincere effort. Anything. I am a school teacher. If I am doing very sincerely, honesty our job, Krishna is pleasing with that. I am not cheating. I am not being unfair, or I am not taking an extra thing, and I am not exploiting over there. Then Krishna is pleased with my work also. And I am remembering Krishna while doing my work. I am doing it for Krishna. I'm the result also I offer it to, then Krishna is pleased. So here the example is given that a bank cashier is there. Sometimes you see they have a lot of money on their table, but nothing belongs to them. Before going to home, they deposit all the money in the cash. So if sometime we see from the outside, and if we do not know, we think, oh my God, this person has so much money. So much money he has everywhere, all the four corners he has. Nowadays is more digital transaction also. Earlier, I remember my father was working in a bank as a bank manager he was. So we used to go sometime bank as a children. So Papa used to take us to the safe also, where the cash used to be. This used to be full everywhere. You will see the notes, gaddi, all the pile of hundreds and 500s and whatever notes were there. The whole safe area will be filled with the note. But can he bring even one note from there? He cannot bring even one note from there. Before leaving the office, they have to give whatever we receive, whatever we gave, all the calculation has to make. Sometime in the transaction, if they miss for 10, 15, 20 or 100 rupees also, they will take 2 hours to see how it was missing. It has to be balanced. And then they leave everything and go. So they work very hard and honest, but nothing belongs to them. Thinking that I'm just doing my duty. It is not mine. So this is the example of nurse is there. When a patient comes to the hospital, the nurse does her best to take care of that patient. But when the patient lives or dies, okay, little bit sadness is there, but it will not affect her so much. She knows I'm just doing my duty. She doesn't get attached to each and every patient. She does the duty very sincerely. So like that, we have to do our duty very sincerely in a detached manner, and that will lead to the path of liberation. So Krishna says in the previous verse, you follow me. Do all your duties for me. So what will happen? If you follow me, what the result you will get? Ye me matam idam netyam anutishtanti manavaha shraddhavanto anusuyanto muchyante tepi karmabhi. Those persons who execute their duties according to my injunctions and who follows this teaching faithfully, without envy, become free from the bondage of fruitive actions. The whole purpose of being us in this material world, till the time we will be living in this material world, 3 modes of material nature will work upon us. The sukha dukkha will keep coming. This material, nobody's life is a stable, I will have constant dukkha or constant sukha. It will keep coming. Every time we need to change the body. Every time we have to go through all from this. And moreover, we are living a fearful life, because every time we are fearful of losing things. I have so many people around me. And when I think about my death, I start feeling, oh I'll lose my father, I'll lose my mother, I'll lose my children, I'll lose my this, I'll lose my property, I'll lose my bank balance, I'll lose everything. But it is going to happen. Or others, even somebody else also happen, we feel sad. If somebody dies in the family, we feel very sad. But the problem is, we want to have an eternal relationship with everyone. We don't want to lose our children. We don't want to lose our parents. We want everybody to be with us all the time, because this is our nature, because we are eternal, because we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. He is eternal. So he is our real father. Relationship with Krishna is our real relationship. That is the reason we are staying there permanently. And when we are in the material world, it is temporary. I always tell this, had it been a permanent place, why we were asked to leave it? This is not, if you are living in your own house, who will come and ask you to leave? If you are living in a rented house only, you have to change. Whenever the master wants, he will say, now I want my house back, you leave. And we have to leave the house and find another. This is what our life is. Every time we are forced to leave. And it is very painful. Taking birth is painful, living life is painful, and living also here in this world is also painful. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, then Adi Devik, Adi Bhautik, Adhyatmik, different type of problems keeps coming every now and then. When we were children, we used to think that, oh, when I'll grow, probably the life is so good. I don't have to wear the school uniform. Maybe nobody will have control on me. I can go cinema with my friends. I can go out and do party. When we became big, we thought, oh my God, now I have a fear of getting admission in the good college. And then after getting good college, I have to get the good marks. Then I have to get good service. Every time, then good job, then good wife, then children, then this. And every life, there is something or other keeps bothering us. It's not very smooth ride. Life is not a very smooth ride. So that is the reason. And it is all because we are not following the instruction very sincerely. It is all because we are not following the instruction very sincerely. Krishna says, you will be free from bondage of fruitive activities. This is all the result of our fruitive mentality. I want to enjoy the result. Every time I desire to get the result, I will get the result. But with the result, we have to get the body also. With the result, we get the pleasure and pain also. Some results gives a good result. Some result gives us the pain. Some result gives us the pleasure. So whenever we desire the result, there will be pain and pleasure with this. So Krishna says, you don't desire on a result. You will get pleasure only. There will be no pain. You don't get desire for it. And then you can get out of this cycle also and come to me. So that's what he says. You will be free from all the bondage of fruitive activities. Result of disregarding, if you do not follow me. So some people say, no, I don't believe in all this. I don't want to follow. I don't believe in Bhagavad Gita's teaching. My principle is just to enjoy. I have been given one life, just enjoy. Why should I follow Bhagavad Gita? It's all ancient teaching. It is not relevant to in this material world. It is, our life has changed. Now we are living in 21st century or 22nd century, whatever. And all this teaching looks very obsolete. I don't want to follow. But what Krishna says, sorry. Nanutishthant me matam sarvagyana vimudhastan vidhi nashtana chetasa. Krishna says, but those who out of envy disregard this teaching and do not follow them regularly are to be considered bereft of all knowledge, befooled and ruined in their endeavor for perfection. They are considered to be ruined. They are trying to be perfect, but they will never become perfect. Because we see material success is perfection. Material success only is not perfection. That is not perfection, because it will again give us the repetitive birth and death. So we think that material success is perfection. Material success only is not perfection. So Krishna says, he is bereft of all knowledge. He is befooled by, this is called is Krishna's illusory energy. Illusory energy makes us feel that everything what we see is real. And what we are hearing through the scripture is all fairy tale. You understanding what I'm saying? This is the nature of the illusory energy of Krishna. Makes us feel fake to real and real to fake. All things in this material world which looks like real, it's all fake because it's all temporary. Whatever is permanent is the spiritual world which has been described in the scripture. But we think that is fairy tale, this is real. That is the problem. This is the effect of the illusory energy of Krishna, which is called Maya. Under the influence of Maya, we don't want to believe this. We want to believe what I see. Seeing is belief. I have not seen spiritual world. I don't believe. I am seeing material world, so I believe in material world. That is the lowest way of acquiring knowledge. There are three ways to acquire the knowledge. By seeing, by speculation, and Shabda Praman. So, seeing what you believe is very, very limited because we cannot see everything. We have to depend. If I want to know about the Switzerland, I have not seen Switzerland and my eyes cannot see sitting here Switzerland how it is. I have to believe in some Shabda, or I might speculate, right? Two ways. I might speculate, oh, maybe their trains are like this. Maybe their weather like this. I speculate. It may be correct, it may not be correct. Because speculation is 50-50. Correct or incorrect. But the right way is Shabda Praman. What is Shabda Praman? Somebody has been to Switzerland, comes back and tells me ki this is how over everything is. I hear from the person who has seen. So when I hear from the person who has already seen, that is the perfect knowledge. That is where we get he will tell us everything. Exactly you do this, exactly it happens, exactly you, then that is a perfection of the knowledge. Even though I have not seen, but I am believing to the person who has seen it. The same way scripture, I may not have seen Krishna, I may have not seen the spiritual word, I may have not, but the scriptures are teaching, they are the word of the Lord. So we have to believe there. The spiritual master has seen, the sadhus and gurus have seen, those who are real, I'm not talking about the fake gurus and all. So they have seen this. So when they explain to this is how through their eyes we see that. So if somebody still disregard, he will be ruined. Then Krishna teaches working according to one's nature. So Krishna says, do not stop working, but you work according to your nature, whatever your nature is. Don't try to. Why the teaching was important? Because in the Vedic principle, there is Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Brahman duty is to be, we'll read the nature of the Brahmana, Kshatriya, and everybody in the 16th chapter, 17th chapter in the Bhagavad Gita. Right now, we are not there. So there is a Brahman nature is to be equanimity, not desiring, no greed, very satisfied with what they are doing, patan, yajan, yajan, dana, pratigraha. Arjuna being Kshatriya, he has to be heroism, protection, to give protection to others. And Arjuna is trying to become a Brahmana. His Subhav is Kshatriya, but he's trying to act as a Brahmana. He can never perform, right? Today's word also we learn. Do the things according to your psychophysical nature. Psychophysical nature means what your body and mind says. Like, that is the reason nowadays for the children we do the aptitude test and all. What you are desired to be doing, what your basic nature is to do. Some people are good in art, some people are good in like as an Kshatriya, some people are having that quality like leadership is there. Some people are very interested in reading, very philosophical and nice. Different people have different nature. If we work according to our nature, we will do the better job. If we acquire somebody else's nature, we will not do. So these are the things which we modern time we are trying to acquire as in the modern phenomena. You learn, you try to take the aptitude test and all. This has already been given in the scripture. To do the duty according to your psychophysical nature. Don't try to acquire, because you will never be happy. If a person does not have the Kshatriya quality, he will always have a fear to go and shoot one person also, because that heroism is not there. Or if the Brahmana is not having this, has very greedy and all, he can never be a good Brahmana. He has no interest in reading. You give him the reading, he will never enjoy doing it. Modern words, we are not actually doing the things according to our psychophysical nature most of the time. And that is the reason people are not saying the job satisfaction is not there, because we are not doing the thing which we are really want to do. We don't have those kind of opportunity for everyone. So Krishna teaches, do work according to your nature. Deep-rooted conditioned nature. Sadrisham chetase swasya prakrite jnanavan api prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. Even a man of knowledge acts according to his own nature. So one who is in knowledge acts according to his nature. For everyone follows the nature he has acquired from the three modes. What can repression accomplish? So everyone, if I'm in Satoguna, I have a particular type of nature. If I am Rajoguna, I have a particular type of nature. Rajoguna means that for leadership, trying to be very heroism. These are Rajoguna. Satoguna means more like sattvic type of behavior. Tamoguna means always in sleep and torturing other and lazy. Lazy people are generally in Tamoguna. Those who don't want to do anything. Like Mungori Lal ke Haseen Sapne, was thinking about anything, not doing anything. This is all Tamoguna. So Krishna says everybody has a nature. So in your whatever nature is there, if you work accordingly, you will do the better. Limitation of karma and jnana, they can purify the heart of the extremely impure people. So when we do all this, follow the karma and jnana and do that, it will purify the heart. Glory of bhakti is, it is arising from the causeless mercy of the Lord. Krishna and the association of his saintly devotee can deliver even such most sinful person. So here what happens, karma and jnana takes time to purify. Bhakti immediately burns all our unnecessarily desire and thing, and it is very easy to get progress very quick. So here it says that that's what it's a gradual purification. Karma jnana is gradual purification. Indriyastre ragadveshu vyavasthitau teorna vashanam agacche tahu asya paripanthanau. There are principles to regulate attachment and aversion pertaining to the senses and their object. One should not come under the control of such attachment and aversion because they are stumbling blocks on the path of realization. So every work when you are doing, there is a sense gratification. Don't try to be attached. Don't try to be under the control of senses. See, sense enjoyment is one thing. Becoming under the control of senses is different thing. Whatever my sense, everybody enjoys the senses. A devotee also eats, he also sleeps, he also smells, he also hears, but in a regulated manner. Or a person who is not following, they do in unregulated manner. So we have to do it in a regulated manner. Attachment means bringing one's senses in contact with their object. Aversion means hatred for those that obstructs one's sense enjoyment. Both is not. Attachment is also not, aversion is also not good. So aversion means what is trying to tell is forcefully controlling. I am forcefully controlling. What happens sometimes? Many people follow the, I'm just giving the regular example which we can understand and relate. Some people are like, when the Navratri comes, a lot of people become vegetarian. Even the non-vegetarian people become vegetarian. And those 9 days they try not to eat, like not to cook any non-vegetarian items at home. Or but they wait for 10th day. Aaj Navratri is getting over and I will now, today we will go out and we'll eat everything, whatever you want. Because 9 days I'm trying to nigra, controlling it. It's not purification. It is controlling. So that controlling is also like, doesn't last long. It has to purify. Even 9th day or 10th day also, they do not matter. When the devotees start giving up and start eating prasadam, any day is that day for them. They are not even attracted any time for those things because they're not attached, they're not attracted for this thing. They do not want any time. So that is how purifies. When our senses are purified, it will not demand us unnecessarily. One should not fall under the control of such attachment and aversion. So Krishna says here, do your duty, don't imitate others. What I told you in the previous verse, that you do your dharma, don't try to copy others. Shreyan swadharmo vignuha paradharma swanishtata swadharme nidhanam shreya paradharmo bhayavaha. It is far better to discharge one's prescribed duty, even though faulty, than another's duty perfectly. Distraction in the course performing one's own duty is better than engaging in others' duty, for to follow another's path is dangerous. We cannot be situated in others' path for very long. I will give some example, like if a person wants to pursue like some stream in the college or school, or maybe he wants to become painter. So if he's engaged in painting only, if he's very much want to do it, then he will do good there. If we take out from the painting and put him in the engineering, even though probably engineering may look better, but he may not do good over there. So what Krishna is trying to teach, ki whatever your psychophysical nature is, whatever you think you can do better, do that. Don't try to artificially acquire others this thing, because you may not do it properly, because it's not your nature. You're going against your nature. So you will not be performing. It will be dangerous because you will not do it. You will make mistakes. You will fall down from there. You will be disturbed. You will be not doing this. I'm giving an example of material life. Spiritual life is also the same. Artificially giving up everything is not required. I want to give up artificially everything and I want to become a sannyasi. Now I heard everything. Now I want to go up Himalayas and sit there. It's not worth it, because we have not purified. Artificially, it may be there for that fire within us will be there for a few days. And again, those attraction will attract us and we will fall down. You remember previously Krishna said, don't become mithyachari, pretender, don't become pretender. Purify. So do your duty. Right now you are attached, you do your duty, but in a detached manner. Conquering. So Krishna, Arjuna, after hearing all those things, Arjuna said, okay, I understood everything. Whatever you said, everything is right. But what do you tell? What do I do with my nature? Like my nature in the sense, what do you think? I forcefully, somebody pulls, I want to do the right thing, but sometimes forcefully somebody is pushing me to do the thing which is not right. What is that? I know this is good, but still it is forcing me. Like Arjuna was a warrior. He knew that the fighting is good for him. It is his dharma, but still his mind was pushing him not to do it. So Arjuna said, I want to do, I know everything, but sometimes so much push is there for not doing things. What is that? So Krishna says, Arjuna asks, Atakena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha aniksham api varshne baladiva niyojata. Aniksham, I do want to do it, but balad, somebody is forcing. Balad means like forcing me to do that. What is that force? Krishna is asking, Arjuna is asking, O descendant of Vrishni, by what is one impelled to sinful act, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force? I don't want to do it, but I'm forced to do it. Sometimes it happens, we know that this is not right, but we are forced to do those things. So Arjuna asked the same question. I know the difference between right and wrong, but I'm forced to do the wrong thing. Sometimes it happens. I know that I have to spend my time in reading Bhagavad Gita. At least 10 minutes. I should spend my time in chanting at least 1 or 2 rounds every day. But my mind forced me to take away from there to watch the television or WhatsApp or some other thing. My mind forces, it's okay. Chalo, thodi der. Let's watch a little bit. And it forcibly, I know this is wrong. I know I'm wasting my time. I know I have to use my time in a better thing. But it is by force I am taken away from there. So what is that force? Arjuna is asking. It happens with you all also. It happens with me so much. You want to do something and then suddenly you are carried away somewhere else. So as a living entity, as a part and parcel of the Supreme, is originally spiritual, pure and free from all material contamination. Therefore, by nature, he is not subject to the sins of the material world because we are pure spirit. So Arjuna asked Krishna about the perverted nature of the living entities whose act is sin if instigated by nature. So Arjuna is asking, I don't want to do it, but why I'm doing it? Now Krishna will tell this. What is the time? Actually, we have 10 minutes time. Natural characteristic of the soul is to love God. But when that soul is, but then the same soul is directed towards oneself, it transfers lust into lust. Never. So basic nature of the soul is to serve. Forget about the love, the God. First, you understand basic nature of the soul is to serve. We like the most, like we become the most happy when we are serving others. You realize also, you will see, when you are doing something for someone, that gives us the maximum happiness. We feel very satisfied. Oh, because I could take somebody was needed any medical help or somebody needed any help. And if we serve them, and then we feel very happy. That day we feel very happy. Oh, some meaningful thing I did. Because our nature is to serve. This is the nature of the soul, is to serve. So now we have to learn how to serve the people. How to serve the people so that it is beneficial for us. So this we will learn later. So, but now one is there to serve others. Second is their nature of now. What is the nature? Acquired nature is that I want everybody else to serve me. That is my lust. That lust means desire. Everybody else should serve me. Everybody should do things for me. I should be the center of attraction. Everybody should love me. Everybody should care for me. Everybody should do everything for me. This is a transformed nature. Real nature is to serve. Perverted nature is that I want opposite. I want myself to be doing that. And that is how we are never satisfied. So now Krishna will teach this section. This is very important. Maybe we'll continue this section, the one full section tomorrow. What do you say, Lata? We'll take some questions if there. Or we'll take 1 or 2 shloka and then tomorrow take question. Maybe we'll take 1 or 2 shlokas. Okay. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kama Esha Krodha Esha Rajoguna Samudbhava Mahashno Mahapapna Vidhe Emahin. Wherein Krishna says Kama Esha Krodha Esha Rajoguna Samudbhava. Kama, desire, and is there. And when desire is not fulfilled, it becomes anger. And this is a result of Rajogun. Rajogun is the nature where I want to be the hero. I want to be getting all the respect, all the credit for everything. This is our nature. This is our desire. So Krishna says, which is born of contact with the material modes of passion. So how does it born? Material modes of passion. And later transform into wrath. So I have a desire that this person should respect me. Right? This is my attachment. If that the person does not respect me, what will happen? I'll become angry. So it transforms into anger. So lust transform into anger. Always you will see. Anger will happen only because our lust is not fulfilled. Most of the time. Very few times we are genuinely angry. Anger is not bad. It is not that the anger is bad. We should never become angry. A guru has to become angry to his students. A teacher has to become angry. A parent has to become angry to the children if they are doing wrong. So it is not that anger is always wrong. Anger is wrong only when we become angry because my desire is not satisfied. That time anger is bad. So even anger can be used in the service of the Lord. How? Because even you see Hanuman was so angry that he burned the Lanka. Because Ravana had disrespected the Rama and he had stolen the Sita Maya and he had disrespected. In the anger for the Lord Rama, he burned the whole Lanka. So that was anger only. But he did not do it for himself. He did it to protect the name of the Lord Ram. He wanted to glorify the name of the Lord Ram. What you are talking, the servant of Lord Ram only can burn your Lanka. How you are going to compare yourself with the Lord Rama? Ravan said, I don't know, those two brothers living in the jungle, road and road, do you think I am scared of them? So he was defaming them. Hanuman thought, okay, I'll show you what the servant can do. Forget about the master, first you come and win with me. So anger is not wrong when we are doing somebody to correct without any attachment. But anger becomes bad when we want to satisfy our desire. And if it is not fulfilled, then we become angry. So Krishna says, transform into wrath, and which is all devouring sinful enemy of this world. So generally when we become angry, we lose our temperament. And then in the second chapter, Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohad smriti bribhrama, smriti vanshad buddhinasha, buddhinashat pranashyati. When the anger comes, fall down comes from there. Because we become illusion, we could not see right and wrong, we do not think right and wrong, and we become completely lost, and we do whatever we have to do, we don't have to do. So our fall down, the nature is anger. Anger arises from the lust. So what is the real nature of our fall down? Lust. So Krishna will teach here. So we'll come here later. So now Krishna sing to lust. So now Krishna will describe lust. Maybe we'll do this and stop it here. So 3 degrees of the lust is there. So Krishna says fire covered by smoke, embryo covered in womb, and mirror covered by dust. So he gives 3 how the lust is covering us. Lust is covering so that we cannot see right and wrong. So that degree of covering he is showing. When we can, some people can get out of the lust. Some people cannot get out of the lust. Right? Some people, the covering is so strong. Some people like little knowledge they will use their intelligence right wrong. No, I don't have to do. They can overcome. Some people are so attached, they can, even though you tell them, they will not be able to do, because they are so much into it, they're very difficult for them to get out. So Krishna is teaching what type of people and what type of covering is there on the lust. So some covering you can break, some covering you cannot break. So he gives 3 examples. He says fire covered by smoke, embryo covered with the womb, mirror covered with the dust. So this is the least covering, fire covered by the smoke. When there is a wooden, this thing, wood is burning, there's a fire inside. And it is covered with the smoke. So you can't see the fire. But if you put a little bit fan, then smoke will go away and you can see the fire. It's very least covering. immediately you can see fire covers the smoke, but very easily it can become visible. By little effort only we can see the fire. So this is the called as a human being. And the human being also, some people are there, if they hear a little bit, they read Bhagavad Gita, they overcome it. They try to overcome it. They try to practice and understand that, yeah, now this is okay. I was doing it. I was not doing it. Now I want to change. So that is first. Second is their mirror covered by dust. Mirror covered by dust is a little more thick covering. When the mirror is covered by the dust, it can't reflect. We can't see our own face. So we need to clean the mirror. So that requires more effort. Cleaning the mirror requires more effort. So it is a little bit more thicker covering. So some people are there, I am little more in the passion, but if you do little more cleaning, I'll be there. I can clean. Then third is embryo covered in the womb. Embryo covered in the womb means when the child is there in the womb, he's so like can't do anything, so fixed in the place. Membrane is there and full body is in one particular angle. They are there, can't do anything. We can't even move. So that covering, it says, if we are in that stage, we cannot change ourselves. It is very, very difficult. We can change only by the process of bhakti, but asani se we cannot change. So there are 3 degrees of, so these are generally called the trees and are there. They are like trees and animals. These are like an animals. These are like a trees and these are like a human being. So these are already preconditioned people. They don't have choice. Tree cannot make a choice to become Krishna conscious or to overcome other things. They have no choice. Animals also have no very little freedom. You can train them, but you cannot like make them understand about the Bhagavad Gita and all. But human being has. So we have this choice to change ourselves. Our covering is very thin. In human also, we can understand there are 3 types of people. One people is there, they can easily understand. One is little harder, one will never understand. How much read you Bhagavad Gita, read for them, they will never understand about it. So this is how the 3 degree of covering is there. So here it says fire, smoke, cover. It is compared to the humans. Slight covering, chance of overcoming is maximum. Mirror, dust, animals, medium covering, medium chance, overcoming. Embryo, womb, tree, intense covering, minimum chance. Hardly there is any hope for them. Okay, so we'll stop it here now. Already we have 7:30 and rest of the shlokas we'll cover tomorrow. Now I will take some questions if you have regarding this class today or in this chapter 3. You can unmute and ask yourself. If you have question, please unmute yourself and ask. Hare Krishna.
माता जी हरे कृष्णा प्रभात तो बोल रहा हूँ.
Hare Krishna, Prabhat Prabhu. Nice to see you after a long time.
Yeah, ma'am. I have a question ki, so today I have heard you after a long time, and what I understood that basically Krishna has been preaching only for the karma, that whatever human being has been on earth, he has to do certain karma. Now, supposingly, man when gets old, I am just asking, and this thought has been with me since long, that if a man is not able to do anything, for example, he is on bed, or bed mein hai, he is not able to work, he is not worthwhile neither to the society nor to himself. Rather, he is बोझ है मतलब अपने परिवार के लिए भी. तो there should be some system that he should leave this life and go to the new human being. तो ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए.
नहीं, see, आपके हिसाब से लगता है कि only the working for the body and working for the, see, Vedic system has designed like that कि first 25 years of your life you have to be student, next 25 years of your life till 50 years you have to work and to maintain your family till 50 years. You marry, you get children, you upbring them, you marry them also. This is a Vedic system, 50 years. After 50 years is called retirement from the Vedic life also. Now you give up all that, you start doing your bhakti and bhajan, because ultimately everybody has to get rid of this. Right now, nobody has time, right? So we do little. Now, what Krishna is teaching, while you are working also you think of me, work for me. Once you stop working, then only think of me. That is also a work.
I am talking of the, understood your point. I am talking of the point that is after 70 years. Now
Any age, na Prabhu? What is the problem in chanting? What is the problem of hearing and reading Bhagavad Gita?
आदमी जब मतलब होता है ना कि बेड रिडन हो जाता है, उसे मतलब खुद भी अपना जिंदगी भारी पड़ जाती है, because I've seen many people, and आजकल तो जैसे for example children are far away due to since global world has become very small, तो सब दूर रहते हैं, you have to live alone your life and every family has become a nuclear family rather. तो और हम लोग भी अब कोई रहना भी साथ पसंद नहीं करता है, इवन पहले जैसे एक परिवार रहता था, हम लोग जब छोटे थे तो सब लोग मतलब काफी लोग आते जाते थे, अभी तो सब व्हाट्सएप से ही आते जाते हैं, सब व्हाट्सएप ही चलता है या फेसबुक में सब एक दूसरे को देखना पसंद करते हैं, अभी घर भी कोई आता तो ज्यादा पसंद नहीं किया जाता, इवन इन फेस्टिवल्स ऑल्सो। तो अभी मतलब जैसे कोई 70 इयर्स का हो गया है, बेड रिडन है, ना कोई आगे देखने वाला ना पीछे देखना, देयर शुड बी सम सिस्टम, जो कृष्णा खुद कहते हैं। और ये जब आत्मा है, आत्मा ही है ना, आत्मा शरीर तो कुछ है नहीं, तो
ऐसा नहीं है प्रभु, हर आत्मा को आप अपने कर्म भी तो काटने पड़ेंगे ना। आप आए इस लाइफ में, आपको सर्टेन कर्म का बैग दिया गया है ना? तो अगर पीपल हेटिंग टू मी इज ऑल्सो माई कर्मा, I am sitting on the bed is also my karma. I am burning karma. By all the activities, I am burning karma, which has been given to me. When I am coming to this life, when I am given to this body, I have also been
can you correlate with this with Bhishma Pitama, since you are saying कि कर्म भुगत रहे हैं, तो कर्म भीष्म पितामह भी वो तीरों के ऊपर लेटे हुए थे, तो कुछ वो था कि उनको नहीं मौत आ रही थी,
तो अपने कर्म के थ्रू जाना पड़ेगा। अब उनके कर्म अगर ऐसे हैं कि हम 70 साल में लेटे रहेंगे, मुझे कोई देखने वाला नहीं है, आई विल डू टॉयलेट एंड यूरिन एट द बेड, दैट इज ऑल्सो देयर कर्मा विच दे हैव टू गो थ्रू। तो आपको हमको कोई राइट नहीं है किसी की लाइफ एंड करने का, मगर अगर उसको भगवान ने 80 ईयर तक कर्म भोग करने के लिए दिए, अच्छे या बुरे जो भी है, उसको उसके थ्रू जाना ही पड़ेगा। इफ यू interrupt in between, that part of the karma will remain and he has to carry forward in the next life also. So we cannot interrupt in any karma. Actually we should not interrupt in anybody's karma, let it go, we help. इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि अब हमारा सिस्टम ऐसा हो गया, we should support them, we should have the like a community where they are also supported, there should be people to take care of them. Does not mean that कि इनको कर्म बंद करने के लिए हम छोड़ दें कि नहीं नहीं आपका कर्म है, अब आप सड़ो, पानी में रहो, गर्मी में रहो, उसमें रहो, मेरे को कोई, that is not our duty. Because if as a children we are not doing that, then we are also not following our karma, we are also creating karma, because we are also having some responsibility to our parents. So by not doing that, we are also creating karma for us. So why to create?
अभी जैसे parents are alone, since single people are having single child, like I have only got one daughter. अभी if supposingly she is at some other country or maybe at far away place, so nobody now can take care. मतलब he tries also, then also he cannot take care. तो
भक्ति करो प्रभु, भगवान सबका केयर करते हैं। आप भजन करो, भजन करो, कृष्णा विल टेक केयर। जिसका कोई नहीं होता उसका तो खुदा है यारो, तो टेंशन मत करो।
My second question is, you have been preaching in this class that we should always this chant and divide of all whatever relationship, and we should always have faith on God. तो आदमी जैसे अभी फॉर एग्जांपल अटेन्स अ एज एंड फिर उसके बाद जो आज की डेट में चल भी गया, एवरीबडी लव्स टू एंजॉय हिज ओन लाइफ, अभी वो रिलेशनशिप नहीं रहेगा। तो भगवान की पूजा अगर कोई करता है कि भगवान की पूजा करके परिवार को छोड़ दे, सब अपनी रहे, तो बहुत खुशी का जीवन रह सकता है, फिर कोई बर्डन नहीं रहेगा उसके ऊपर। तो ऐसा जीवन क्या मतलब प्रीच करते हैं क्या हम लोग?
नहीं ऐसा भी
आप मतलब कृष्णा का बता रहे हैं कि
आप अपना काम करो, आपकी जिम्मेदारी है। जैसे if I take your as a your anybody's this thing as an, अभी आपकी जिम्मेदारी है, आपके फादर है, आपकी वाइफ है, आपकी डॉटर है, आपको उनको देखना उनकी जिम्मेदारी है, बिकॉज दे आर डिपेंडेंट ऑन यू एज ऑफ नाउ, राइट? सो उनको पढ़ाना, उनकी देखभाल करना, पिताजी की देखभाल करना, परिवार की, ये आपकी जिम्मेदारी है। तो यू कैन नॉट गिव अप दिस। तो आप क्या करें, हम भक्ति नहीं करें, हम उनकी सिर्फ जिम्मेदारी करें, ये गलत है, बिकॉज तब आप कर्म बंधन में बंध रहे हो। तो आप क्या करो, उनको एज ए सेवा लो कि कृष्णा हैज गिवन मी माय फादर, माय डॉटर, माय वाइफ, and seeing Krishna and everybody, I am trying to serve them, do my duty for the best for them. तो
Then
consciousness
when can I do, मतलब फिर एक जैसे कहते हैं ना जीवन एक ही मिला है, तो when can I enjoy my life? तो वो पूरी मतलब लाइफ उन्हीं के उसमें मतलब चली
ये तो
जाएगी।
आपने आप किया था ना, ये आपने आप किया कि आपको किसी ने जबरदस्ती दिया, ये तो you opted ना, I want to
Yeah.
get married. Because that is the major thing, because we cannot control our sense. We get into the wedding knot. अब now since we have gone, we have to complete the duty also. तो हमको किसी ने फोर्स किया, हम नहीं करते शादी की, नहीं हमको बाबा जी बनना है, हमको ये सब में पढ़ना नहीं है, हमको पूरी लाइफ यही करना है, ठीक है, हम कोई जिम्मेदारी नहीं थी, हम बाबा जी बनते हैं, उसकी उसी रास्ते में चलते, would have been perfect, but we opted for it ना, we opted that I want to enjoy, I want to have wife who can look after me, I can enjoy my senses through my wife and children, so we opted for it. Now we cannot run away in between, then that is again pretender. Then we cannot. Then while doing the duty, we have to do our duty. We have to remember Krishna. We have to find time to do bhakti, chanting, reading, pray to Krishna. Krishna, this life you have given me. Next life, I just want to be your devotee. I don't want any responsibility. I just want to be your devotee. Abhi this life, let me complete. And next time onwards, let me be like that. If you really desire, that should be your prayer. Like, I will give you the example. If you have taken a ticket from here, you have to go from Bombay to Delhi, right? And अनफॉर्चुनेटली, जैसे मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ, आपने फ्लाइट का टिकट लिया, फ्लाइट में ऐसा होता नहीं है, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली आप दिल्ली की जगह कलकत्ता की फ्लाइट में बैठ गए। ट्रेन में ऐसा होता था पहले, गलती से आप किसी और ट्रेन में बैठ जाते थे, तो अब आप क्या करोगे? आप ट्रेन में बैठने के बाद जब उसने फ्लाइट बंद हो गई और उसने अनाउंस किया दिस फ्लाइट इज गोइंग टू कलकत्ता, अरे आई डोंट वांट टू गो टू दिल्ली, आई वांटेड टू गो टू दिल्ली। अभी आप क्या करोगे? आप ट्रेन का दरवाजा खोल के कूद तो नहीं सकते हो, तो आप क्या करोगे? ट्रेन में बैठोगे, नेक्स्ट टाइम के लिए सोचोगे कि अगली बार जब मैं फ्लाइट कैच करूंगा, आई हैव टू बी रियली केयरफुल टू कैच अ राइट फ्लाइट। तो अभी इस फ्लाइट में क्या करना है? अब आप इस फ्लाइट में, आपको चॉइस है, फ्री विल है, आप दंगा करो, फ्लाइट स्टॉप कर दो, रोक दो, मुझे उतार दो, मुझे जाना, ये सब करो, या तो आप चुपचाप बैठो और अपना शांत रहो कि भाई ठीक है, आई विल वेट एंड व्हेन आई गेट डाउन आई विल गो राइट टाइम टू द नेक्स्ट फ्लाइट। तो अभी आप जंप करो, कूदो, नहीं मुझे तो नहीं चाहिए, मुझे जिम्मेदारी नहीं चाहिए, और क्रिएट करेंगे कर्मा। और हम लोग शांति से बैठे कि अब ये जिम्मेदारी को निभाएंगे, इस लाइफ में ये जिम्मेदारी निभाएंगे, भगवान को सेंटर में रख के निभाएंगे, उनकी प्रार्थना के साथ निभाएंगे, और प्रार्थना करेंगे कि नेक्स्ट लाइफ में कोई जिम्मेदारी मत देना, मेरे को फ्री रखना भजन करने के लिए, मेरे को ये चिंतन देना ही मत, भगवान आप मेरे को बचपन से ही ऐसा मत बनाना। अगर आपकी ये डिजायर है तो आप नेक्स्ट लाइफ के लिए प्रे करेंगे कि हमको मत दो ये सब, अभी अपनी ड्यूटी करना है।
Now, a question related to your answer कि in foreign countries it is like that people are living their own life. तो ऐसा कैसे कि कृष्णा जी मतलब इंडिया के लोगों के लिए ही मतलब प्रीचिंग
तो
है?
किसने बोला कि भगवत गीता इंडिया के लोगों के लिए है?
नहीं मतलब I am saying कि this responsibility is only for मतलब Indians because
they are also getting the karma. They are, how do you know कि फॉरेन का बंदा मर के किधर जाता है? उसको भी कर्म भोगना पड़ता है।
नहीं मेरा कहना है वहां पे जैसे वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी वगैरह सिस्टम नहीं रहता है, दे लिव देयर ओन लाइफ एंड
अब जो शास्त्र है ना, वैदिक कल्चर इज वेरी वेरी वास्ट, और यहाँ पे हमको सब चीज सिखाई जाती है, वहां पे इतना बेसिक सिखाया जाता है, जस्ट बीइंग ए गुड ह्यूमन बीइंग इज ओनली टॉट, क्योंकि उनको सिर्फ शरीर के बारे में ही सिखाया जाता है, क्योंकि उनकी समझ चेतना के बारे में भी है ही नहीं है। करेक्ट? तो उनके आप जब फॉरेन लैंग्वेज, फॉरेन कंट्री में बात करोगे या दूसरे रिलीजन में बात करोगे, उनको बेसिक का ही ज्ञान दे, जस्ट बी ए गुड ह्यूमन बीइंग। आजकल हमारे यहाँ भी, इंडिया में भी सबको यही हो गया ना, जस्ट बी ए गुड ह्यूमन बीइंग, जस्ट डू गुड, दैट इज एनफ, दैट इज वेरी बेसिक थिंग। एक्चुअली हमारे शास्त्र बीइंग गुड के लिए सिखाते नहीं है, क्योंकि ये तो नेचर है बीइंग गुड, इसके ऊपर सोचो, यू बिकम अंडरस्टैंड दैट यू आर नॉट द बॉडी सोल एंड ट्राई टू लिव ऑन द प्लेटफॉर्म ऑफ सोल। तो हमारा ज्ञान वहां से शुरू होता है, उनका ज्ञान बॉडी पर ही है, तो जस्ट ये सिखाते हैं, जस्ट बी गुड टू द पीपल, जस्ट बी नाइस टू द पीपल, दैट इज एनफ। और ये आजकल हम लोग भी उनको अडॉप्ट कर रहे हैं, उनकी फिलोसफी, और हमारा भी प्रिंसिपल ये, जस्ट ट्राई टू बी गुड। एक्चुअली आई नॉट जस्ट ट्राई टू बी गुड, आई डोंट बिलीव इन चैंटिंग, आई डोंट बिलीव इन वर्शिप, I just try to be good to the people. This is a modern fashion, but this is a very basic thing. Actually, human life में इतना basic तो पता ही होना चाहिए कि be good है, be good तो होना ही है, उसके ऊपर भी चीजें हैं, बट हम लोग उसी be good में ही फंसे हुए, being human, being good में ही सारी। आप देखो ना आजकल की टीचिंग हमें सिखाती क्या है? Just don't try to hurt others, don't try to harm others, just try to be nice to people, just to be good. अरे ये तो बेसिक नेचर है, गुड तो होना ही चाहिए, इसमें कौन सी हमें सिखाने वाली बात है। लेकिन अब हमें ये भी सिखाया जा रहा है क्योंकि हमारा कॉन्शियसनेस कितना लो हो गया है। तो उसको कहाँ समझ में आएगी भक्ति और भगवान और सोल और आत्मा, वो सब किधर समझेगा वो बंदा भी। है तो सबके लिए, लेकिन वही ऐसा होता है ना, क्लास 1 के बच्चे को क्लास 10 का ज्ञान दोगे तो क्या ही समझेगा वो, उसको तो सब काला अक्षर भैंस बराबर ही दिखेगा ना। तो
Correct,
थोड़ा
ma'am.
पहले एलिवेट करो, उनके कॉन्शियसनेस को एलिवेट करके देन यू गिव दैट ज्ञान। तो प्रभुपाद डिड दैट, प्रभुपाद एलिवेटेड देयर कॉन्शियसनेस एंड गिव द ज्ञान, देन दे अंडरस्टूड। ऑल द रशियन, चाइनीज, जर्मन पीपल आर प्रैक्टिसिंग, they are understanding Vedas, they are understanding philosophy, they are practicing it. So first elevate their consciousness, then give this knowledge. Otherwise they will not accept. मॉडर्न आजकल क्या हो रहा है इंडिया में, फॉरेन तो छोड़ी, तो इंडिया में नहीं हो रहा है, दे आर एवरीबॉडी इज रिजेक्टिंग, रिलीजन के नाम पे रिजेक्शन है। आई डोंट वांट ऑल दिस बिकॉज इट गिव्स यू सम काइंड ऑफ बाइंडिंग, इट आस्क यू टू कंट्रोल योर सेंसेस। आई डोंट वांट टू, सो आई रिजेक्ट because it is not fulfilling my desire, it is going against my enjoyments and tendency. So I give up, I reject it, I don't believe in all this. बिकॉज उसके साथ साथ कुछ तो नियम भी आते हैं ना, तो नियम नहीं फॉलो करना है तो हम रिजेक्ट ही करेंगे, वो ज्यादा इजी है, रिजेक्ट कर दो, क्योंकि हमने तो देखा नहीं, हमको तो पता नहीं है भी कि नहीं है, ये सब तो हाइपोथेटिकल बात है, हमको क्या पता मरने के बाद क्या होगा। अरे लिखा है ना शास्त्रों में, कौन सा कर्म करके कौन से नरक में जाओगे, और क्या कर्म करके तुम स्वर्ग में जाओगे, या क्या कर्म करके मुक्त हो जाओगे, सब मेंशन है। रीड, अंडरस्टैंड, everything is given. We don't try to understand, we don't want to spend the knowledge, we don't want to get into any commitment, we don't want to get into any kind of austerity, so we just reject. But that is not problem solving thing. रिएक्शन तो फिर भी मिलेगा, हमारे कर्मों का रिएक्शन तो मिलेगा ही, आप रिजेक्ट करो या एक्सेप्ट करो। भगवान के घर में सबको अपने अपने कर्मों का रिएक्शन मिलेगा ही मिलेगा, तो आप एक्सेप्ट करो या रिजेक्ट करो, इससे ये तो हमारी चॉइस है, ये फ्री विल है। दिस
एक
इज
माता जी
आवर
पर्सनल क्वेश्चन है कि जब मदर थी मेरी तो पहले भी काम हम ही करते थे, सब मतलब सब करते थे, पर तब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मतलब तब बर्डन नहीं लगता था। अभी जब से माता जी का निधन हुआ है तब से सारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मतलब बहुत भारी लगती है। एक एक दिन ऐसा लगता है, कभी डिसीजन मेकिंग या कुछ भी काम पहले भी हम ही करते थे, मतलब मैं ही करता था, वही काम करता था, लेकिन अब एक एक चीज रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बहुत भारी लगती है, सोचने में बहुत भारी लगती है, एक एक दिन मुश्किल पड़ता है, मतलब जब भी कोई, तो उससे कैसे मतलब
that is what we are saying. See, we need support, guidance always, we need, because we have our low and high emotions. Sometimes emotions are low, sometimes emotions are high, sometimes we are disturbed, so we need some philosopher, some guide with us in all the time to share, to take advice, to guide them, to get at least moral support. We need somebody around us. It was your mother for you, it may be somebody else for somebody else, but ultimately when we take the knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita and imbibe and try to practice, we are getting the ultimate strength from there to make all the decision right. And what was Arjuna's condition? He was confused when he fought. So learning Bhagavad Gita is one thing, knowing Bhagavad Gita is another thing, practicing Bhagavad Gita is different. We have to practice Bhagavad Gita, then there will be change in our thought process, then there will be change in our anxiety level, then there will be change in our behavior, then we will get those comfort, then we will get. So we have to start practicing Bhagavad Gita in our life, slowly. Read, understand and practice. This will give you a solution to all your problems, because Bhagavad Gita is a game changer, problem solving. So it will give. We have to be with the people, those who can give us the right guidance. We also need people. Only book will not give us the knowledge. We need people also, those who can always guide us whether it is right or wrong. We think it is right, but we do not know whether it is right or wrong. So we need people in our life who can guide us, know this, and they can tell us the pros and cons of the situations. So we need those kind of people in our life. So all this thing is required. So this support system, that is the reason we need a support system in our life. We cannot live independently. The support system is needed. So you have to create your support system. through Bhagavad Gita, through devotees, through Krishna's teaching, through Guru, through someone in your life, your mentor. You have to have that support system.
ठीक है,
I was
धन्यवाद
asking,
माताजी।
I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
asking, I was asking, what's her name? Your sister, that where is Prabhat Prabhu?
Bharti.
Yeah, where is he? I have not seen him for the long time.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, my role has changed in this company. So I was in OD for quite a long time.
Okay.
So I had been to various places. Now I have been static. So I thought now this is the right time to join.
प्रभु आप कहीं भी रहते हो, अपना रूटीन रखो, आप फॉलो करो, आप दुनिया में कहीं भी रहो, सुबह उठो, चैंटिंग करो, भगवत गीता रीड करो, और क्लासेस तो आजकल जूम पे होते, थोड़ा कनेक्शन रखो, कहीं भी रहो, उसमें क्या फर्क पड़ता है, जो काम कर रहे हो तो कर ही रहे हो, उसके साथ थोड़ा टाइम इसमें निकालो।
मैडम वो माता जी क्या होता है कि सुनने में जब शांति से रहो तो सुनने में मतलब समझ में भी आता है।
ये एक और प्रॉब्लम है। आई विल आंसर यू दिस। भगवत गीता इज नॉट द थिंग विच यू hear when you are shant. Bhagavad Gita is a scripture. When you are ashant only you hear, this will bring shanti. You understand? Arjuna was completely disturbed. That time he heard Bhagavad Gita and he became shant. तो जब हम, जैसे क्या होता है, आपको दवा कब चाहिए? जब आप बीमार हो, जब आप ठीक हो जाओगे, नहीं हम ठीक हो जाएंगे तो डॉक्टर के जाएंगे, अभी मेरी हिम्मत नहीं है डॉक्टर के जाने की, तो ठीक हो जाओगे तो डॉक्टर के पास जाने की जरूरत ही क्या है? दवा तो तब चाहिए जब तबीयत खराब है। Either somebody brings me or I go to doctor, right? आप वेट करो, नहीं अभी अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, अभी बहुत खराब लग रहा है, आज नहीं जाएंगे, जब हम ठीक होंगे ना तब चलेंगे, तो आप रोग को ही सफर आगे बढ़ा रहे हो ना। तो भगवत गीता is a thing we should hear when we are in the problems also, so that will give us the solution. तो don't think, कभी भी ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आपके पास प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी। यहाँ पे इस क्लास में अभी तो 29 लोग ही बचे हैं और 49 भी थे। कभी आप पूछो किसी के लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है क्या? वो कोई भी एज कैटेगरी का हो, वो 70 साल का हो या 7 साल का हो, सबको प्रॉब्लम रहेगी और रहती ही रहेगी, बट भगवत गीता से सोल्यूशन मिलेगा। हमारे देवी प्रभु है अभी जो यहाँ पे ज्वाइन किए, आपको पिक्चर में दिख रहा है, he will share, he has a realization how Bhagavad Gita helps. Prabhu, you would like to say something?
Yeah. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
I'm nothing. I'm just new. Just before COVID, I've joined this group. Before I just doing the prayers. Prayer every day karta tha, but it's just like a prayer. But I came to know when I entered this association, this group, I came to know what the life. Before my life was telling that when I was in job, so arrogant, and I'm so arrogant to my employees, and a lot of things in the office, which is frustrated me every day. And when you come back from office, you'll feel that it's not life, right? This is not a good life. When I joined this class, I learned a little bit more about the Bhagavad Gita. So that time I came to know that my mind is full in peace level. I never shouted at anybody, but work is going on. So you can feel, आप feel करोगे जब practice करोगे, feel करोगे कि शांति क्या चीज होता है, peace क्या चीज होता है. So you feel very peace in my mind. But initially, I struggled for 3-4 months. I started blindly. I don't listen anything, but okay. Mataji told me, let's start now. After 90 or 100 days, you can see it's a habitual. It will get a habit. Then you can increase your level. What I feel, this is my realization. This is the things, you feel that also. If you start from now, after 90 days, for me it's 90 days, for past 3 months, it's very difficult for me to start. So before I was getting up at 6:37, now every day, 4:30, so prayer, everything, chanting finished, then I go to office, nothing. Even if before I was sleeping 8-9 hours, but now I'm sleeping at 4 to 5 hours, I'm fully fit. Nothing to be, is like, my mind is unstable. That's the thing, I'm fit. That's my realization. I just little, I don't know Bhagavad full. But I started now with Mataji.
Yeah, it is more about if your mind is in your control, if the mind is happy, all the happiness comes through the mind. Yes. Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Anybody else? You have some questions? Yes, Prabhuji. Sindhu Mataji, you have some questions? Hare Krishna. You are on mute. Unmute yourself, Mataji. Sindhu Mataji, unmute. You can't unmute. Hare Krishna. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow again, and whatever questions are there, we'll take tomorrow. Sindhu Mataji, you are not able to unmute yourself.
एक मिनट
Yes, Prabhu. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Mataji.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes, Prabhu. Hari Prabhu ji boliye. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hari Prabhu. You have something to say?
No, thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Okay. So if there is more question, we will discuss tomorrow again, because tomorrow is a little bit we have to cover, and then we'll have some more questions. Thank you all for being here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Mataji.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for this session.
Hare Krishna. Vancha bal virsa
सर्वस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो
Krishna Mataji.
नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय.